it's not easy to get sweeps, but especially so late in the season with the SEC title race really close. Just how big was it to get 3 this weekend?
It's huge. It's our first SEC sweep, and it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's really tough. And I thought we were just really gritty this weekend. We found a way to just make it happen each game. None of them were what we wanted. None of them were pretty. But, pitching is the name of the game. And we got really, really good pitching, and I couldn't be more pleased with Sage.
How important is it for Sage to develop that consistency over the course of this week and going into the last couple of series?
It's huge. It's huge because, Carlin's Carlin, but we can't put all the burden on Carlin. And, we don't want Carlin to feel that, and we also don't want the other pitchers to feel like, they're not going to have a shot here. They've got a shot, and we need them. And I was just so happy for Sage to build off of what she did at Texas, and then to come out not just yesterday, but be even better today.
What's the biggest aspect of her game that you've seen her progress throughout the season?
Throwing strikes, attacking the zone. That was her only hang up early in the season, was we just get too many free passes, and free passes usually lead to runs. And so, today she had 1 walk. Yesterday she had no walks. In her outing last week at Texas, no walks. And she's getting ahead of batters. She's got electric stuff. She's one of the nation's leaders in hits per 7 innings. And when you've got stuff that can, keep people from squaring up the ball, you certainly don't want to give them freebies.
How have you seen Carlin maybe take Sage under her wing a little bit this season?
Yeah, Carlin's such an inspiration for all of them. And I wish they could have seen Carlin as a freshman, because Carlin wasn't as put together as she is now. And I think the lesson in that is what Carlin brings to us now in leadership and just her mental game. It's a learned skill. She wasn't, born that way. She's learned a lot of things in the last 2 years just about how to handle situations. And I told the pitchers, back in the fall, you'd be foolish not to pick her brain every chance you have.
Just your thoughts on the offense today. We talked about leaving runners on base. Just your overall thoughts on the game.
Yeah, we still can have some better at bats. I thought early on we gave in with 2 strikes, and we left the zone because we got frustrated with something, and we got to learn to control that more consistently. But then we have people in our lineup like Boo, who came up with a big hit to kind of open things up and give us some breathing room. And then I thought Mueller did a really good job battling in her at bat, just to get a ball out there to the grass where we could do something.
How would you describe the evolution of Taylor's confidence in the batter's box, especially just, she didn't have a bad season by any means last year, but to just take the step that she's taken this year, what's the confidence been like for her?
Last year she was coming off a season being injured, so she spends a whole year not being able to practice with the, intensity, the physical reps she wanted to get. And I thought she still had an amazing year, especially because she hit better in SEC play than before SEC. She's just a mature hitter. She's comfortable with what they're doing to her. They're not really giving her much to hit, and she's getting better and better at that, at taking the pitch, that she gets when she gets it, being ready to swing. So I know our whole team has a ton of confidence in her, and you can see what our opponents feel about her.
Anything else?
What's kind of the biggest things in your mind the next 2 weeks you really want to see the team take a step in before postseason?
I think, building off this weekend, just understanding how you can be productive in an at-bat. If you don't smoke the ball, and just kind of having this never quit mindset every single pitch. I don't care if you don't like the call the umpire gave you. I don't care if you took a pitch you wanted to swing at or swung at something you didn't want to swing at. We got to reset our minds really, really quick. And I think we've proven we can do that. I think that's what we did so well at Oklahoma and at Texas. And I think we strayed away from it a little bit this weekend and got a little bit more results focused. But we'll get back to being in the right mindset come Tuesday.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.